Welcome to the explanation of how to play all 6, yes, you heard that right, 6 games from our game book exploring the Old Testament. In this unique experience, you'll journey through the fascinating history of the people of Israel, from the call of Abraham, the father of faith, who began the story of God's people, to their exodus from Egypt, their longing for a king, and the division of the kingdoms. Inside, you'll find games for all ages and skill levels, with rounds lasting anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. No more boring moments on rainy camp days or during long trips. Each game comes with its own rules, printed one page before the game board. And in this video, we'll walk you through how to play each one, step by step. Let's begin with the first game, the Abraham's Journey. Abraham set out without knowing where he was going. At least you can see where the finish line is. This game is perfect for younger players. Simple, quick, and full of twists and surprises. Your mission is to guide Abraham from Ur to the land of Canaan. How to play. Each player picks a game piece and places it in the city of Ur. The youngest player goes first. On your turn, roll a single die and move forward the number of spaces shown. That's it. But watch out, the path is full of surprises. Landed on an oasis space with a die? Roll the die again. Landed in a harsh desert? Lose a turn. Landed on the beginning of an arrow? Move forward or backward according to what the arrow shows. Landed on a divine vision? Move forward 3 spaces. The first player to reach Canaan wins. Senate. Senate is an adapted version of one of the oldest games in the world. But don't worry, no hieroglyphics are required. In this game, you'll relive the journey of the people of Israel toward the Promised Land. It's a 2-player strategic duel. Each player controls 5 pieces that must cross the board, but it won't be easy. You'll need luck, strategy, and a touch of cunning. How to play. Each player chooses a color, red or blue. Place the pieces alternating 1 red and 1 blue, beginning with a red one on square 1, first row, left corner, then a blue one, and so on, until the 10 pieces are on the first row. The first piece to move in the blue one on square 10, first row, right corner, roll 1 die. If you roll a 1, 4, or 6, you'll get to roll again. Move your pieces from left to right on the first row, then down to the second, and finish on the third, following the arrows. If you land on a square already occupied by your opponent, you switch places. Be careful, 2 of the same color pieces side by side form a block. Your opponent can't swap with them. 3 in a row form a wall. They're completely impassable. If you can't move forward, you must move 1 piece backwards according to the number rolled. And what about special spaces? Pi Hahirat is a divine protection. You can pass over the Egyptian soldier if you land exactly on his space. Egyptian soldier, land here and go back to Pi Hahirat to renew your strength. Letter A, you'll have to wait 1 turn before playing again. You were thinking about the liberation. Red Sea, land here directly, and you'll also return to Pi Hahirat. Hardened Heart, you can only move out by rolling a 3. Beetle, you can only move forward if you roll a 2. Letter Z, you'll need to roll a 1 to exit the board. The first player to remove all their pieces from the board wins. A meaningful strategy game that reminds us of God's faithfulness in the Exodus, from A to Z. On the run. Try to escape Saul before he catches you. Inspired by the story of David, this game throws you into a thrilling chase. Not quite like when you disobey your parents and try to run, though that surely never happens at your house, right? Anyway, back to the game. 1 player controls David, who must reach 2 safe places, the cave of En Gedi to recover strength, and the city of Ziklag, where he'll finally be safe. The other player controls Saul, who will do everything to catch David before he reaches Ziklag. How to play. The player with Saul's piece begins, and each player rolls a die and moves their piece across the board. Land on a trap, lose a turn. Land on an oasis, roll again. And if you've got more players, no problem. They can join David's or Saul's army and help their leader fulfill the mission. The game ends when David reaches Ziklag after passing through En Gedi, or when Saul catches him. Run, think, dodge, and survive! They say sibling rivalries are the worst, but the battles between northern and southern kingdoms of Israel take the cake. Now you can learn their story in a fun and playful way. With this special version of the legendary Royal Game of Ur, one of the oldest board games in history. Each player has 7 pieces. Red for the Southern Kingdom, blue for the Northern Kingdom. The player with the highest die roll chooses their kingdom. The goal? Move all your pieces across the board and off it before your opponent does. How to play. Each player starts at one of the orange arrows and ends the journey after going through their row and the central row. In each turn, place a new piece on the board or move one already in play. You can only move across 2 zones, your own and the central strip. Watch out! The central strip is where paths cross and battles begin. If your piece lands exactly on an opponent's piece, you capture it. The captured piece goes back to the beginning of the board. Now let's take a look at the special spaces on the board. The Covenant House. Reaffirm your covenant with God. Place an extra piece on the board and roll again. The Prophecy House. Your opponent may move any piece 4 spaces, even pushing back the opponent's piece. War House. It represents a period of conflict. Roll again. If you beat your opponent's roll, advance that many spaces. The game ends when a player removes all their pieces. Roll the die, move your pieces, and prove the strength of your kingdom. A journey through the biblical world. Ready to pack your bags for a big adventure? Don't worry, you won't need a passport, just 1 die. Get ready to travel through 9 biblical regions where you'll explore historical, religious, natural, and cultural landmarks while collecting meaningful artifacts. Before starting, grab a notebook or a sheet of paper and give each player a water-based marker in a different color. Each time you explore a city or find an artifact, mark your progress on the board using your color. That's how you'll score points throughout the game. How to play. Everyone starts in the same city, chosen by the first player, but from there, each player can follow their own path. On your turn, you choose one of these 3 actions. Travel. Roll just 1 die and move along the map's routes. You can go up to the number rolled or stop earlier if it's better for your strategy. Explore. On the map, there are 4 types of places to explore: cultural, religious, natural, or historical. But each city offers only 1 according to the icon next to it. To explore, roll 2 dice and check the result to see if you managed to explore the city. The number obtained must match the icon in that city. Don't forget to mark it on the board. Collect biblical artifacts. Each city offers 1 artifact. It might be a souvenir, an inscribed cylinder, a stone fragment, or an ancient manuscript. Roll 2 dice to see if you found the artifact. Only if the number obtained matches the icon on that city. Be sure to mark it well. Choose your journey wisely, since you can only explore or collect artifacts once in each city. How does the game end? When a player has visited at least 1 city in every region, that player gets 7 bonus points and everyone else gets 1 final turn. Here's how to add up your points. 1 point per city visited, only if you explored or found an artifact. 5 points for every completed column of the exploration. 7 points for every completed column of artifacts. Travel, explore, collect, and in the end, the player with the best planned route wins the game. Mysteries of Daniel. Ready for a prophetic adventure? In this game, you'll travel through time and follow the journey of one of the most visionary figures in the Bible, Daniel. Yes, the same Daniel who survived the lions, and now wants to test your skills with dice and drawings. From Babylon to his prophetic visions, you'll face challenges, interpret symbols, and of course, you'll also have to unleash your creativity. How to play. Roll 1 or 2 dice as indicated on the board. Move along the path and follow the instructions on each space. You'll face historical challenges, setbacks, and even visions. Along the way, you'll land on different types of special spaces. Advance or retreat. Follow the board's instructions. Lose a turn? Take a break. King Nebuchadnezzar's square. Roll 2 dice, but you may only advance using the lower number. Crazy, right? Literally. And of course, we can't forget the most mysterious squares of all, the statue from Daniel 2. This is where the prophetic part begins. When you land on one of the statue's parts, head, chest, belly, legs, or feet, you must roll a specific combination with the dice. even or odd, total sum even or odd. It all depends on the animal. Once you get the right combo, draw the corresponding creature. Don't worry, you don't have to be Leonardo da Vinci. A bit of imagination will do just fine. How does the game end? The first player to reach the final space, sealing off the book, wins the game and becomes the ultimate champion of Mysteries of Daniel. Whew! We've done our best to make this video as fun as possible so that now you'll know exactly how to play every game in our book. Now it's your turn. Open, play, and discover the Bible in a whole new way.